Being real. Hello, everybody. Tom here. Hope you're all well. I want to talk today about the whole idea about being real and why being real will often lead to being not as popular as perhaps others. So, being real is being authentic, being true to yourself, being honest, sometimes brutally honest. Perhaps having a certain standard of people that you want in your life, and perhaps being less tolerant of those who are not true, not authentic, and are perhaps superficial in the way that they are with others. So, with this will come a certain loneliness, there'll come a certain level of uh, not having a large group of friends. Think about it. We go through school when we are younger, we outgrow friendships, people move on, people change. You get to like college, university, you get to secondary school, high school, as some may know it. Perhaps the person you was friends with in your early years of primary school, or your lower first school, is no longer your friend. Perhaps they've changed or you've changed. Priorities have probably changed, let's be real. And they've you and are not as close as you were for whatever reason. Then university, college as it's now in the US, comes along. You meet a new circle of people, you mix with those. They're from different backgrounds, different faiths, etc. etc. You cling on to a very small percentage of the people you knew when you was younger that are true friends that stay and don't cut you off or don't lose touch. Then it gets to like work. I'm here to tell you your work colleagues are not your friends. They're just not. Okay. Even if you have a really good, strong working relationship with somebody, it's unlikely they'll be a friend. There may be one or two that you would consider as big enough a friend to go for a drink with after work. And I can say in my experience of work life, probably less than 10 people that I've met over the years, and I've had multiple jobs without going into details as to why. There's only a handful of people that I would have ever considered socializing with outside of work, unless in a position where, say it's a work function or a party and everyone's invited. So, in other words, you inviting them into your social sort of construct. I've come to realize it's the older that you get, the more honest, authentic, and real that you are, the smaller your circle will become, and the smaller the amount of friends you have. I can honestly say, hand on heart, I've probably got less than 5 friends now that I would call close. There are people that I've been in touch with since primary school that are still in my life, partly. There's a couple of people from high school that I still keep in touch with. But if I'm being honest, my circle is very, very tiny. Now, some would say that's a reflection on me being socially anxious or something, or difficult to get on with. Maybe not. Maybe it's actually a sign that I value quality over quantity now. Maybe it's a sign of my age, because a lot of the people I know now are either in a committed long term relationship, engaged, married, children, married, and a house. We don't move in the same circles. So sometimes because you don't move in the same circles, because you're not at the same place in life, people perhaps, I wouldn't say disregard you, but they are less likely to gravitate towards you because perhaps your commonality that you have is less. The point of this video today is to tell you that if you do find yourself with a small circle of friends, I'm here to tell you that this is not a bad reflection on you. Every human being is unique. Every person brings something different to the table. Everyone has quality. Everybody has good and bad points, okay? I don't want any of you to feel there's anything wrong with you if you do not have lots and lots and lots of friends. It's better to have a small circle of really good, close, solid gold friends than it is 20, 30 people that would probably drop you at the smallest opportunity for something else. Like I said, people being superficial, people not being honest and authentic, you'll meet plenty of those in life. If you're somebody that is authentic, that does value quality over quantity, those people that are not the same will phase out of your life. That's just inevitable. Being real comes with this sort of acceptance of others perhaps not being at that level. And you will find that people will go out of your life. Sometimes it will seem for the worse, but in the long term, it can actually be for the better. Guys, third and final video of the week, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final video, as I said, please put down in the comment section below what's your opinions on this. To be honest with you, I've never had a huge circle of friends, even when I was quite young. But the older I've got, the smaller that the circle has become. And the more I have come to realise actually that it's not really a reflection on me. I'm not somebody who's not easy to get on with or anything like that. Perhaps I'm a little deep and perhaps I look for certain qualities and I'm less trusting than I used to be. Because of that, perhaps certain people don't even get to acknowledge me now and know me in that respect. Probably comes from being let down many a time. Please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Please, if you also consider giving me a thumbs up and like, that'd be great. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when next content's out. Back next week with another 3 videos. But until then, all of you, please take care of yourselves. And bye for now.